Okay, let's unpack this. We're looking at what is, I think, the ultimate modern car buying dilemma. So you, the listener, you've decided on Togg. You're there in the showroom, maybe virtually, and you're staring at two cars. You've got the T10X SUV and the T10F Fastback, and they're built on the exact same architecture. Same battery, same motors, a lot of the same tech inside.
They are. They're platform siblings, really.
Mm-hmm.
But what our sources make so clear is that the shared DNA, it just highlights how different their actual purpose is.
Completely different animals.
Exactly. This isn't about good versus bad. It's about practicality versus pure physics.
Mm-hmm.
They're designed for totally separate lives.
Right. And that's the mission of this deep dive. We want to get past just, which one looks better and help you figure out which one fits your actual life, your mission profile. Because when the bones are the same, that body shape defines, well, everything.
Yeah.
Your energy bill, how your back feels on a Sunday.
What's fascinating here is that we're comparing design philosophy inside the same company. It's a fundamental trade-off. The T10X is built for height, for accessibility. It's the practical choice. But the T10F, it gives up that height for efficiency and dynamics. That's the driver's choice.
So let's start where most of the market starts, with the T10X SUV. I mean, why is this body style just so dominant? What makes it the practical champion?
It really all comes down to ergonomics and visibility. The T10X is just a taller vehicle, and that immediately gives it two huge benefits, especially for a certain kind of buyer. The first one, and you hear this all the time, is the commanding driving position.
Right, you sit up higher.
You sit up higher, you see over other cars, and that gives you a feeling of control. It can make navigating traffic or even just parking feel less stressful.
And the second point, which our sources really drilled down on for anyone with a young family, is just getting in and out.
Oh, absolutely. The accessibility factor, the massive physical advantage.
You're not bending down as much.
Think about it. The sheer physical labor of parenthood. The T10X just minimizes all that bending and twisting you have to do to get a toddler into a car seat.
And if you're doing that multiple times a day?
Every single day. The reduction in strain is significant. It's not just a convenience, it's a wellness factor. The whole design is about ease of human entry and exit.
And that height helps outside the car, too. Our sources mention ground clearance, which is something you totally forget about until you scrape the bottom of your car.
Precisely. If you live somewhere with bad roads or you have one of those super steep driveways, that extra clearance is priceless. We're talking, maybe 5 or 6 inches more than the Sedan. For anyone with mobility concerns, maybe an older parent or a bad back, it's less of a climb and more of a simple slide in.
Okay, so if we're building the perfect T10X buyer profile, it's a family. Maybe they live in the suburbs, they value easy access, and they want to reduce that daily physical strain.
Spot on. It's the car for the family of 4, maybe a dog, camping gear on the weekend.
The utilitarian choice.
It is. It prioritizes comfort and accessibility over things like maximum performance or range. But that trade-off is height, and that's where physics is about to take center stage.
All right, let's pivot. The T10F Fastback. This is where things get optimized. The T10X might be the popular choice, but the T10F is, it's the cooler car.
It definitely looks like it means business.
It's lower, sleeker, more aggressive. It looks like it's moving even when it's standing still.
And that look isn't just for show. The real difference is mathematical, and this is the key takeaway for you, the listener. We have two cars with the exact same battery pack, the same size, yet one of them gives you significantly more range, especially at high speed.
Okay, so how big of a difference are we really talking about here? Because if it's just a few percentage points, that's not going to change my road trip plans.
It's not just a few points. Our analysis points to a difference on the highway that's pretty significant, potentially a 10 to 12% gain in efficiency for the T10F.
10 to 12%, that's huge.
Yeah.
What?
Simple physics, aerodynamic. The T10F is lower, it's sleeker, so its frontal area. The part of the car that actually smashes into the air is much smaller, and its shape is designed to cut through that air.
So it's slicing through the wind instead of just pushing it out of the way like a big box.
Exactly. And when you're in an EV on the highway, that air resistance is the #1 enemy of your battery, after maybe the heater. The T10F just needs less energy to maintain 70 miles per hour. It means you're getting more miles for every kilowatt hour you paid for. The car's body is just a more efficient tool.
So that makes the T10F objectively the better car for a long-distance commuter or someone who loves road trip. But that efficiency isn't the only perk of being lower to the ground, is it? It has to change how it feels to drive.
Absolutely. If we connect this to the bigger picture of handling, the T10F has a much lower center of gravity.
And all EVs have their batteries low, which helps.
They do, so both have a good base. But the T10F's entire structure is just closer to the ground.
And what does that mean when you hit a curve?
It means the T10F feels so much more planted. When you take a corner, the SUV, the T10X, it's going to have more body roll. It leans.
You feel that shift in weight.
You do.
Yeah.
And to fight that, the T10X needs stiffer suspension, which can sometimes make the ride a little less comfortable at low speed. The T10F, on the other hand, can stay flat in the corners because physics is on its side. It's built to hug the road.
So if you're a couple or an individual and you care about getting the most range possible and you enjoy that connected feeling in a turn, you should be looking squarely at the T10F.
Yes. The T10F buyer is someone who prioritizes driving dynamics and range optimization.
I mean, we have to talk about the battleground where everyone just assumes the SUV wins cargo. But our sources pointed out a really interesting nuance here, especially with the T10F. It's called a fastback sedan, but that fastback part isn't it?
It's a critical distinction. Functionally, the T10F is a hatchback. The whole rear window lifts up with the trunk lid. It's the trick up its sleeve.
So how did that change the cargo comparison?
It changes everything. Look, the T10X, the SUV, it wins the vertical stacking contest, hands down. If you're carrying tall boxes, a big dog crate, that kind of thing, its height is unbeatable.
Vertical utility.
But the T10F trades that vertical space for horizontal space, for length.
Ah, I see.
Because of that huge hatchback opening and the long profile, people are often shocked by how long the trunk floor is. If you're carrying skis, snowboards, flat pack furniture, the T10S can actually be better.
So it's not about which one is bigger, it's about which one fits the shape of your stuff.
It's utility profile versus utility profile. And that brings us to the final decision. The core trade-off for you, the listener, is pretty clear now. Do you want the max efficiency and engaging drive of the T10F? Or do you need the easy entry, the ground clearance, and the vertical space of the T10X?
And the warning from the source material is really strong here. Don't just buy the SUV because everyone else is. If you spend most of your time on the highway and your cargo rarely goes above the seat backs, the T10X is actually costing you range for no reason.
It's about matching the tool to the task. And there's an ultimate test for this. It's not enough to just look at the numbers.
So what's the homework assignment?
You have to test drive both, but you have to make it measurable. When you get in each car, find the consumption meter, reset it, and then drive them both on the same stretch of highway for at least 10 miles at the same speed.
That's brilliant. You'll see the difference in real time.
You will see exactly how many watt-hours per mile each one is using. You feel one cutting through the air and the other fighting it just a little bit. The goal is to choose the car that fits your mission requirements, not just the one that's topping the sales charts.
So what does this all mean? It means even though these cars share so much technology, their body shape, their packaging completely defines their purpose. You're choosing between an aerodynamic road trip warrior and a versatile, accessible family hauler.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, this choice offers a really provocative final thought for every car buyer out. We've established the T10F gets 10 to 12% more range from the exact same battery, solely due to better aerodynamics, just physics. So the question to Motor is this: how many other car buying decisions are unnecessarily costing us efficiency and performance just because we're following the trend of buying taller cars? We might be sacrificing measurable daily performance just to gain a bit of fashionable height, and that's a trade-off with a real operational cost.